Or you see it in the mirror, you realize you look down, and then the next couple of minutes are just you zoned out, flashbacking to everything that has happened since that might have happened, and all the times you may have made a fool of yourself.
That's what I do when I realize my fly's been down all day.
Yeah. So like a kind of like a washed out history of your day, just in
quick reverse.
yeah,
And thinking like, did I go to the bathroom at any time during these past 8 hours? Oh no, my fly's been down for 8 hours.
8 hours. That's monstrous.
I know. So it's happened where I finished work and realized my fly is down, and it has been down since I left home.
Yeah.
My entire day at work, nobody. I think it's a little different when something's in your teeth versus your fly is down, because I don't expect people to be looking at each other's crotches very often, but faces, we look at faces.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel more comfortable about telling somebody that they're flying low or something, because you have lingo to say that kind of stuff.
That's true.
There's a system already set up for that.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we need to come up with a lingo for you've got a greenery in your teeth, a lettuce, a spinach, a parsley. What would that be, Matthew?
Putting me on the spot a little bit. I think no, for me, I'm just like let it be. I would hope for the same treatment, but I think that just gives people.
What if someone was like, "Hey, Matt, you got a leaf in your teeth"?
I don't know.
Too direct.
Yeah, they're too cute, and I don't know who's around. I think that you need to find out for yourself, and it needs to be. That's the only way you're going to learn. If everyone's always telling you got something in your teeth, and you're like, oh, and then you start, getting it out with your nail or whatever you have handy.
Toothpick, what have you?
Yeah,
business card.
You're relying on other people to tell you your faults. You got to do it yourself.
You need to look in more mirrors.
You need to look in more mirrors. You have to have a bit of shame. You have to do that walk of shame every now and then, where you've been walking around town for hours with a big piece of broccoli in your teeth.
A big piece of broccoli. I mean, that's a lot to get caught in your teeth. You might notice that.
Maybe.
Just walking around smiling all day with a big piece of broccoli sticking in your teeth.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I should just not smile as much anymore. Sometimes actually,
or carry that compact mirror around.
Exactly. I noticed in the past that sometimes I think I'm smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll walk around when I'm at work, or just walk around wherever there's reasons to smile at people, and I'll do this.
Like what? What is?
Well, no, I'll tell you about it first, and then I'll ask you to, because I'll do this thing that I think is a smile, and then I'll realize later on, I don't know, like maybe it's like, they're not really smiling back at me. Like, what am I doing wrong? And I would do it in front of a mirror, and I'm like, oh man, that's not really a smile. It just seems like a crazy person's grimace.
All right, let's
and then I'll
let's
do
see,
it.
Let's see Matthew's stranger smile.
All right.
Oh, that's not a normal smile. How is that a normal smile?
I know for the listeners this is great podcasting, but
well,
you're probably
it's just
the worst.
it's a upper teeth to lower teeth pressed together, and you're showing me all of those teeth. And it doesn't look like you're smiling. It looks like you're showing me your teeth.
It's kind of like when a dog smiles, when you think a dog's like smiling at you, but it's just showing the teeth. Yeah, I feel like a dog actually looks a little happier.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I keep doing it. I can't.
Why are you showing everyone your teeth like that?
It's just like when people walk by, instead of waving or nodding, I just walk by and I do that.
Do it again. That's weird. That's a strange smile, Matthew. I'm a little baffled.
Yeah. I gotta wean off of it, I think.
Maybe you should just use your usual smile.
Nah, they all look crazy. I've tried different smiles out in the mirror.
But I don't understand. Like I've seen you smile a dozen times since we got together to record here today.
Yeah, but those are genuine smiles.
I suppose
I don't have any control over that. But when I actually try to smile, it's just a horror show.
Well, okay. How about for a photo? You've got this posed photo.
Yeah.
How are you going to smile?
I never smile in photos.
I'm going through my head thinking of you in photos, and you often aren't smiling.
Well, I guess
your eyebrows are often raised.
I usually raise my eyes. Sometimes I do my Matt
serious
Dillon,
frown.
my Matt Dillon look. It
Okay.
actually looks a little more like a French Stewart look when I think about it, where I just get
You
really,
squint?
really squinty-eyed.
Okay, all right.
But a lot of the time, I just make a really angry face. Like, especially when I have a beard, I'll tuck my whole mouth underneath the mustache,
Uh-huh.
and I'll frown. So I'll just be like,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I know how to smile. You smile and then you freeze it.
Yeah.
So hopefully when you're about to take a photo, something kind of funny is going to happen and you let yourself laugh and enjoy it and then you freeze it.
Yeah. But that seems so forced. It doesn't feel like when I smile in a photo, it looks like I'm being ironic about being so happy. Like I'm like just like
I couldn't actually have been that happy.
yeah, it's like when people look back, I'm worried they're going to be like, "Oh, that jerk! He didn't enjoy
He's
being
just
there.
being
He's
a-
like pretending." Yeah, it's like if you get a picture with a celebrity and they're smiling in the photo, and like just an exuberant amount, and then you look at that photo later and you're like, "Ah, yeah, I mean, obviously he wasn't happy," and he shows it in this picture by looking real happy.
Matthew, you and I have a different view of this. I think most people just smile for photos because that's what people do.
I just want to learn how they do it in like the Marshalls ads and
Okay.
you know, Licky Purr ads. Like those people look like they're genuinely happy. They're having a good time.
Oh, I mean, I guess maybe you need to take some sort of modeling class
Yeah.
just for the face.
Just like I need to know how to be a public smiler and
Yeah.
not have shame
Yes.
and not scare people off.
Matthew, like you got braces, you got a good set of choppers on you. Your parents invested in these teeth. You need to show them off
I'm
properly and with pride.
okay. I was gonna say like I do show them off. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't do it properly. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
All
Like
right.
so many things. What? How did we get to this? I use those teeth also to bite into burgers, Sebastian.
Yes.
And I bit into this one, and I kind of loved it.
The blue cheeseburger.
Oh yeah, the blue cheeseburger. And you seem to think that I like blue cheese for some reason.
I think you like goat cheese.
Oh, goat cheese.
Yeah.
I don't
There was
think I
one
like-
burger that had goat cheese on the menu. I was like, oh, Matthew, you like goat cheese, so maybe that one. But
I like the softness of that cheese. It's
Yeah. Blue cheese also very soft.
it is. I like putting it on steak. And what's a burger if not just a hamburger steak?
On a bun
Man.
with other toppings.
So it was all really good. Just a little messy. Mm-hmm. I couldn't keep my fingers virgin, but no, I had nothing ill to speak of it.
Matthew, just for the listeners, because sometimes people ask, what kind of pants were you wearing for this burger?
I'm always going to be wearing jeans. I
always
feel like
jeans,
it's
okay.
always jeans unless stated otherwise.
Okay. What if it was like a Dickies? Would you eat burgers in a Dickies?
There's such a heavy material, though.
Yeah.
It sits very heavy on your legs, and it's I feel like they absorb the grease a little
Interesting.
too much.
Okay.
And I don't like that.
Okay. So my issue with this particular burger,
Yeah.
although it was nice and pink and juicy, the blue cheese wasn't overwhelming. My issue was the patty itself was very underwhelming. I felt like it needed a little seasoning, a little salt and pepper. It tasted quite flavorless for a medium cook on a burger patty.
Huh. I don't know. I didn't get that from maybe my crispy end of it was just so much better because I had like maybe all the flavor just ran to the edge of the burger.
Okay. Onto the Cabana Sook burger.
Yeah.
Matthew, what were your first impressions of that one?
I
That was
found-
the one that you selected
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I was forced to select
Did
that
you feel forced?
by the advertising.
Oh, okay.
It was just so in your face. It was
Sure.
a maple, and every time there's something with maple, I want to try it, and I'm like, that kind of it sealed the deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was not very impressed with it. I found it very messy. It looked very nice. The cheese had melted in a very nice into nice little sections. It wasn't very even, but when I bit into it, I couldn't put my finger on the taste. And it wasn't maple.
I was about to suggest maple.
No, it almost was like maybe you can help me pinpoint what this taste is, but like chlorine
The chlorine.
Yeah.
I did not catch that on my half of the burger.
Like at first I thought
Maybe
it was
all
like
the chlorine soaked over to your half of the burger.
I thought it was maybe it's because I didn't leave a tip that I got like a chlorine dipped burger.
Oh, you didn't leave a tip.
I'm not leaving a tip when I'm like paying for it at the counter. I didn't
That's
know
true.
he was going to bring it to our table and clear the plates afterwards. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I paid
that's
before.
true. It was a weird establishment. We walked in, we sat at a table, and then I noticed that you order at the cash,
Yeah.
pay, and then they will bring you a plate, which is, I mean, I had that at the one place in Hawaii, Teddy's Bigger Burgers, and I feel like it's a rarer system. If I'm paying at the counter, let me just pick it up at the counter, but I guess it takes a little time to make it. Then why are we going to the counter? Why can't you just come to the table?
It's true. It's laziness.
I suppose, maybe. And I mean, there were only apparently 2 people working there.
Yeah.
One guy at the counter, who, after our small rush of like maybe 8 clients, that filled the better half of the restaurant.
Yeah. And they were not all at once either.
Well, it was in a pretty limited period of time, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a lineup of 8 people.
No, that's
he
true.
He served one, someone else came to the cash.
Yeah, that's true. And one guy on the grill, apparently.
Yeah.
Because the one guy at the counter, most of the time they were there, I noticed him just sort of like wandering back and forth and like looking at the ceiling and moving things back and forth on the counter, not having anything to do.
No. He should have been practicing how to ask people how they wanted their burger cooked.
Yes,
He could not
that's
figure it out.
That's a good point. While we were hearing everyone else place their orders, everyone needed him to repeat one thing. They were almost all ordering in English, and he was a Parisian Frenchman.
Yes.
If you're an avid listener to the podcast, you know I take issue sometimes with Parisian French. Often, maybe not sometimes, often. And
every time.
Not every time. Well, often. And he said, how did he phrase it?
Everyone would order, they'd order the burger and he'd be like, "The cook?"
Yes, the cook.
Yeah.
The cook? No, the cooking.
The cooking? I thought he said the cook. Like, how do you want the cook of it?
I believe it was the cooking.
The cooking?
Yeah.
Okay, either way.
Because that's confusing.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a confusing question. How would you like your burger cooked?
Yeah.
Makes sense. How well would you like your burger cooked? Is maybe even a better question.
Yeah, or the way he did it with me, which I had no issues with.
The cooking?
No, he didn't even ask me that. He said, he's like, medium rare, well done. And I was just able to say which one I wanted. Or medium well, I think. It was like, medium well done. And I just said medium, and he did it. But he didn't try that again with any of the other people, even though they all took issue with the way he said the cooking.
The cooking?
Yeah.
Anyhow, the cooking was not to our satisfaction on this next burger. Even though you asked for it medium, as did I, this one came out pretty much well done.
I'm very confused by this, though, because I numerous times during my burger would show you the cook of my patty, of my half of it, and it to me was...
It's true. Your half was kind of pink.
Yeah.
But no, it was sort of like a medium well.
I don't know.
Because the blue cheeseburger was pretty medium. It was pretty rosy inside. And then the Cabana Souk burger, your half, pinkish, not as pink as the blue cheeseburger. My half, just well done.
No, I gave you a very thin half. I must have probably just cooked all the way through.
This half issue, we just need to start eating 2 burgers so we can get the full experience.
We're grown men. We should be able to. We don't have to be
eat
sharing
2
our burgers.
Grown men's meals.
But it's so economical.
But I actually enjoyed the Cabana Souk burger despite the cooking. I felt like the patty had a little more flavor to it. The maple glazed ham really added a nice something to the whole experience. Added a sort of a sweetness and a saltiness to the burger. There's a sweet pickle topping that burger. I don't know why. That felt like it didn't belong at all.
Yeah, it didn't do anything for me.
No.
It didn't even taste good on its own as a
pickle.
pickle.
No, it wasn't a good pickle.
No.
It was a disappointing sweet pickle. And I like sweet pickles, not as much as a dill pickle. It's context, whatever. But I didn't care for this pickle.
Yeah.
The